I will be here on the side, so. Jo, kamkoliv. Prosím. Poprosil bych ještě autory, autorky, co právě jste vyšli ze sálu z diskuze, jestli máte chuť, tak se můžete hned přidat do té hromadné diskuze se všemi přítomnými autory, tak se můžete objednat a přidat se tady k nám. Come join us. Yes. I'm sorry, like try to like very unsuccessfully like try to get people to sit here. Come here, don't be shy. If you can, we will start a discussion with group discussion with all presented authors. You have to leave. I'm sorry. Okay. Bye, it was super nice to having you here. Bye. Oh, nice. So, any more authors? I'm sorry, I haven't met a lot of you still, so you're kind of under my radar. You're safe, but I will start reading your names and then, you know. Okay. In case we need more chairs, we can like make some, so I will grab mine for myself. Okay. Can you get more friendly together, you know? We got only one camera, so there in the middle, I feel there is a lot of like lack of trust, you know. You three guys, you're like, jo, dobře, tak se trochu tak, dobrý. So, don't worry, it won't be long because like we need to end by 6 at most, because of course you have to go also get a dinner and get yourself prepped and everything, so we can meet all of you again here at 8 p.m. Jsme dobrý? Můžem. One more thing. Do you want anybody something to order to drink? No, nic. Jste všichni pohodě? We will do it in English. Are you okay with it? Okay, don't worry. There is nobody's a native speaker here, so like, yes, we feel safe, because this is very much like a safe space, and like expat community is huge in Brno, so like you can hear wacky accents all over the place. So don't worry, we are fine, we are safe. I will just grab a beer and I'm with you. Můžu poprosit pivo nebo něco? Jo, ne, potřebuji lahev, já potřebuji něco pít, když budu mluvit. Okay. Děkuji. Nice. Maybe we like all the, at least snatch some photos. Here, so one thing, you get the other mic, so you can like pass the mic. So you can pass the mic and pass the pigeon. Yes? Okay. Tak. Můžeme ven? Jsme venku? To už bylo venku. Okay. So super nice late afternoon, which is like will be slowly changing into a very nice evening from Brno. We are getting finally really nice fall weather here. Thank you, global warming, much appreciations. And it's really lovely here, and we are in this cozy atmosphere of Café ART. And I want to start this like discussion with some presented authors for on 60 for international Brno 16 International Movie Festival. I will be asking them some very unprepared and dumb questions, so it will be very awkward. Maybe it will be fun, mostly awkward, and. So I will love to introduce all the authors, and it'll be also awkward because I'm not sure I can run it in the correct order. So I will start on the table in front of me, and I see you. Wait. Dogukan, and Bugra Dedeoglu. I'm sorry for the pronunciation. Sorry, I couldn't check it ahead. And it's Dogu is actor and Bugra is editor in the movie, in this Turkish movie, In This Fortress, which was one of the few world premieres actually in Brno 16. The director of the movie was also invited, but she didn't get a visa, and this is something which was troubling us this year. The world is really getting crazy. So welcome. I'm glad you could make it. It's my pleasure to welcome again Toru Furuki from Japan and living in Slovakia, so we don't have such a budget. and also she's a director creator of the movie The Pink Black Boots, and with her Christian Velbo, who is the author of the music. Am I right? Yes. And the pigeon Pita, who is a rescue pigeon. It's crazy. He's super nice. He likes traveling. He's got diapers, and when he bites, it doesn't hurt. And he's super social. He's one of our first pigeon guests here. Okay, so now it will be getting. Yes, I welcome Deniska Umřela, author, and sorry, because it was done. It's such. Yes, Philip Kastner. Yes, so welcome. Also, now I see Stefan Lambert. Yes, sorry, we haven't been introduced yet. There is actually more guests than much more guests than it was on Friday. So I didn't have all the time to meet you all yet. And for the movie Godless, I welcome again Josef Raberník again. He was here also in B16 2017, and this year first time with the movie in the competition. Josef Raberník from Austria, and I'm super glad to have you here. And yes, I see you. Yes, you dance alone, Shimon Lovecky. And he's joined with the cinematographer. Am I right? Yes. Yes. So welcome. And Far from the Tree, Emma Markova. And finally, what? I'm a cinematographer. Oh, and a cinematographer from the same movie. So, yes, I hope this was the last awkward moment of the. No, it's promises. No. And please, when I ask you a question, please grab your mic so the audience can hear you, and also we are streaming this thing, so we have got it on your voice on the card. So my first question is, and I don't want to talk particular about your movie. I'm more interested about your life as filmmakers, because it's something which is always kind of feel romantic, and I just want to know more, and I want to know more about your statements towards it. And I will ask you the same question, all of you, so it will be very different, and sometimes because your backgrounds are very, very different. But my first question is your family, did they accept it already that you are filmmakers and you didn't become lawyers, or because it's maybe romantic, but we all know it's kind of a struggling life of artists, and there is never enough money in it, especially if you're authors of short movies. And I just gave today 12,000 to a plumber. I guess it would never happen to you for 3 hours work. So so is your family okay that you're artist and you're not lawyer, doctor, or plumber? So you can start. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, it's a good question for me because I also studied electrical engineering.
What went wrong, actually?
And then I studied at university years, college years. I start doing theater, and my father also once asked me, "Are you sure?" And I said yes, and they accepted. It's not
It was one like week ago, or like.
It's like I think 19 years ago. Like, yeah.
I was also doing theater in high school, so it started from there. But I know that I was going to be somehow a filmmaker. Of course, they didn't want it, like you were thinking, but they didn't want it. So there was, why don't you study science or whatever and become an engineer or mathematician, like your brother and things like that. But then they have to accept it, because when they see you work, when they like first time my father accepted one of the short films that I get the Golden Palm in Cannes Film Festival, so it was a big deal. And so he saw my name on a newspaper that he reads, and I think after that he accepted it. So it was kind of like that.
Yeah. My parents already gave up on me when I was child. That they already knew that I'm not going to be the thing that they can expect. So, but they just have been telling me that, don't tell us the craziest thing. Just do it. Yeah.
Well, I guess I am leading a bit of a double life, because my main occupation is actually I do audio direction for video games. So that is my employment, so to speak.
So yeah, like all drinks are on you here, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, I am always busy with different projects. I do not limit myself to my employment. I am always busy with other things, either together with Kaoru or working on some music for my own, for my own distribution. And yeah, so I guess my parents, that was the question, right? No, I think they have always supported me in my creative endeavors. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, my parents also have been supportive, like ever since my childhood, mainly because like both of them are also artists, or try to be. Like my mother.
Try to be.
My
Burn.
Well, no, but like my mother studied actually here at Yamu to be an actress. And then she met my dad, who was an actor also at that time. And then like my mom became a writer, and my dad is like still an actor and also like tries to make movies. So like, so I told them that, like, you know, if you didn't want an artist, then maybe you shouldn't have combined your DNA like that, because like pretty much all of my ancestors have been artists. So yeah. Yeah, so they're happy that I'm one too, I guess.
Good. Good answer. It's your fault all the time. Yeah, it's like, yes. Just now, like, no. Take it, yes.
Yeah, my family is also very supportive, and I have 3 other siblings, so you know they can be successful, and then there's me. So I think there's not the pressure for them to have a.
You're youngest, or you're?
I'm the oldest, so.
Oh
yeah.
my!
But, yeah, you know, I make the mistakes, and then they correct them. Yeah, but but I'm still a student of a film school, so.
So there's still a chance.
So there's still a chance, and if there's someone who would like to give me a job after school, and yeah, I would be glad.
Yes, okay. You can like present your CV on the festival website, you know, like.
My parents were not supportive. They passed away in the meantime, but as long that they hadn't to support me with money, it was okay for them in a way. And as soon you are in the newspaper, they are satisfied in a way.
In your case, it was even worse because you didn't start like a movie maker. Actually, you started as a sculptor, which is like even probably more desperate.
I was educated in sculpture, and my movie making is a sort of extended sculpture. I was 7 years in my life teaching, and all the rest I was freelance artist, so I could survive with this work. I cannot complain. I have a wife, what is an artist too, so she understands that. My children are not artists.
Never,
so
you would never allow them.
Yeah,
they're studying to be doctors.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky that they didn't become artists. My grandchildren are too small, but they are already part of my cast. Yeah.
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 So my family wasn't art-based, but they were always supportive, and I don't know. Like, I think that the most frequent question is how are you going to make money, which is something that I haven't figured out when you try to shoot independent student movies. So yeah, basically that's it, I guess.
So none of my ancestors are artists either. So I'm first of my family. But I think they are starting to get it like just now, since I study on the university. So they are figuring out with me. But they were always very supportive, and yeah, that's nice.
This is getting a bit boring, but my family has always been supportive also.
Boo.
So no drama, I have to say.
I think that my parents support me, but they are not artists. There's no one in family. But I mostly do the focus pulling, so that's not the hard work. So they see the bills, and I think that they think that it's good.
Good. So yes, it was like I was really hoping it would like fall into like Alcoholic Anonymous, like round, and like yes, I'm filmmaker, just like welcome. So it's nice. So basically, they have to band once, and like the best way how to do it is get your movie in Cannes and also local newspapers. Yeah. Actually, the very similar question, which is also like I would say another like thing which actually we are dealing with a lot. I'm not like an artist myself, but still like being like in culture business, and after discussion and meeting also another people who like running cinemas or festivals. This kind of like struggling artist life, it's not only always like only money and the kind of like respect of parents or your peers, but also like. Do you think that actually, how do you have it like in your like personal relations? Do you think it's kind of like more like killing it or helping it? Do you think there is the thing actually that you need to like be with your muse and basically burning everything around it and kind of like be kind of like asshole, or do you think it's actually you can like connect it with like some healthy relationship, like this kind of life? Oh,
I really don't understand the question because of my English. Not
Yes. Actually, the thing is actually in like if you can combine your profession and like some normal like relationship, normal life. You like not like with your partners or like like as you are, or do you think this stereotype? I'm artist, so I can't be with anybody, and it's like constantly on the tension, and like there's all like stressing out everything. It's just burning the relationships, and like it's very toxic, and so how do you have it? What do you say? What do you think about it? It's quite personal, you know. You don't have to answer.
No, because of my English,
Okay, so it's like I think in the random relations, for example, you're in a cab and you're talking with the cab driver and he asks what are you doing and this kind of things, like, and then it becomes like for a bit you become very interesting for that person just for like a minute or so, but then they ask like, okay, what did you do? Do I know your things and things like that? But he just watches TV series, so you haven't done any TV series, then the interest disappears. So something like that, I think, like it's yeah, I don't know how to continue with this. Maybe you can say something.
Now I understand the question. For example, there's an example in Turkey. When I get a taxi, I don't say I am an actor. I always say I am an engineer. And some weekdays he looks me, okay, why aren't you working now if you are an engineer? And sometimes they catch my lie.
But I'm night engineer. I'm doing only night shifts.
And yeah, I try. I don't prefer to say that I'm an actor.
I have been living like this entire my life. I mean, after high school, so I didn't think about it, but I just say I'm an artist, and then that makes some people speechless. But yeah, so that's how I've been living like this. So I don't know what to answer to this. This is the answer, I think. Did I answer to your question?
Yes.
Encounters with other people, like I didn't interpret your question that way, really, the way that they
Sure. I was asking also in like personal relationship.
Right,
actually,
yeah.
it's like it's your work is rather like killing.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's what I was thinking about, and I do feel that work never ends. It never ends because. There's always something that needs to be done, and when you have a passion for something, it's really hard to stop working. And the lines just with the years, the lines just get more and more blurred all the time. I feel, and I am like that. I'm a complete workaholic, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's my, like I said, my work with video games, or if it's the music that I'm making, or some art project I'm working on, I can't stop. Like it eats up my life completely. Yeah.
Sometimes we don't speak to each other at all, even though we are in the same apartment. Like I work on my stuff, and he works on his stuff, and from morning till night we don't even have conversation at all.
But sometimes it really is like we have to force ourselves to. Kauru, we haven't been outside the apartment for like 2 weeks. Let's go for a walk. Just go out and sit on the bench in the park or something like. Yeah, just sit there for 15 minutes at least. Like
I saw it in a movie. Normally people are doing this. Let's try it.
It can be like that sometimes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And how do we deal with it? I think we it builds up. There is a frustration, and obviously it's not healthy. Like we are working too much. I think.
Healthy for me, because
that's also
what
another
I'm
aspect.
About.
Yeah. So you feel good when you are producing something. That's also a huge aspect of it. But it also has some other effects on health. I think it's good to get some sunlight and but I think we make up for it. We go on vacation sometimes, and we just let everything go for 2 weeks or something like that. And we like to go diving and things like this. This is a big release, and then it's back into the minds. Yeah, back into the cave again. Yeah, that's what it is. It is what it is.
Yes, this was very much my question. Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of similar for me because I'm an animator. So an animation is something that takes a lot of time, and there's not really like there's not much ways to make it like to make the work faster. You just really have to sit there and draw all of that. Like maybe in a few years there's gonna be some like AI for that. Like yeah, maybe in the future. But now I really
You are a filmmaker who's looking forward like for AI to like kind of like help you with your job.
honestly, like that's like such a beehive of a question that I don't really want to get into this topic. But I'm just saying that like right now I really have to like sit there and animate everything by hand and draw it myself, and and right now I'm still in school, so I'm working on my bachelor's film, and I really just like I told myself that this is like the project that I'm going to like it's like in like top 3 priorities, like obviously health and stuff like that, but like then there's this film, and so I'm really at home working on it, and I'm not really doing anything else. But once this film is finished and I'm outside of school and I work for money for someone else, you know, because usually as an animator you usually can't make a living making your own films. You usually work in a studio or like make commercials and stuff like that. Once I am a professional animator, so and I get money for it working for someone else, you know, you have to be able to set your boundaries so that like you only work for like 8 hours. You know, usually when you're a filmmaker, the usual work day is like 12 hours or more. But yeah, and you have to be able to like put the stylus down at like 6 p.m. and then just don't open the project till the next day, because otherwise you'll go crazy. And yeah, and I really have to make sure to, you know, talk to my friends once in a while and to go outside, you know, and exercise a bit.
Did you try to sit like on the bench in the park? I heard actually it's really good actually. Like, yes.
Yeah, it's good, but I'll rather do something that doesn't involve sitting, because when I'm animating, I sit all day. So I usually take a walk in the park or something like that. Luckily, like back home at my parents, we have a dog. So even though I'm working when I visit my parents, I have to walk the dog once a day. So at least I get some fresh air at least once a day. Yeah.
It's true actually, when your work is so busy that you can afford like normal people around you. Dogs are wonderful. Skip cats. Cats won't help you. Dogs will organize your life.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between animation and live action, which films I make. And I think when you make live action films, you need to be very social, and you need to find new people and like new people you'll work with. So yeah, you need to be social, and that I like that about it. You meet new people and amazing people you want to work with, and yeah, that's a great aspect of it. So yeah, for me it's not lonely being a filmmaker.
I grew up in a very Catholic framing, Austrian countryside, and I escaped this framing with 10 years old. So I escaped from home, and my work as an artist is a constant reproduction of this disciplinarian framing in a way. So I never got rid of this discipline, what I was framed as a child. So I got a structuralist in a way, nevertheless making kind of narrative movies. But the structure behind is for me the main topic.
Since filmmaking is pretty much the most time-consuming thing I got ever into, I think that it's like pretty hard to combine with normal life, especially when you work on a project. You really have to do it like for 95% of your time. Like normal life at that time doesn't exist, so you are just working. And I think that when you complete or finish one of the projects you, or me specifically, I find it hard to get out of it and just chill, because I feel like you really have to be constantly in this world to not fall out of it. So yeah, it's pretty time consuming.
Maybe back to the root of the question. I think relationship is always about the two people that are in that specific relationship. So it's like, how you make it, it's how you have it. But I think it's, for me, it's the most difficult thing about it is, it's always like when I meet new people that don't work in film stuff, they never, I think, fully understand how much time it takes. Like, never. So that's, for me, the most difficult thing about it, but I don't know. I think it's like the price to pay, and I'm okay to pay it, I guess.
Well, filmmaking is time-consuming, and I know that I always give like 100% of my time to projects when they're being developed and being made. But I hope that there can exist a sort of balance between work and normal life, and maybe it's not like it's not the same percentage as people who work out of film, but that's something I'm searching for still at the moment. So.
Yeah, so no free time or no girlfriend, or but I do what I like.
Do you have a dog? Do you have a dog?
Not yet.
Get a dog. You can like walk in the park. Yes. So like this time we'll break the routine. We'll set the mic back because it's like unfair, because like you got never time to prepare. Because you know, this side actually got this so easy. Something like less tragic. Like imagine I'm your super rich uncle. You may hope you have got one like this, and I'm giving you pot of gold. You can ask for any actor alive to star in your movie or to be your co-star in the movie. Who it would be?
Ryan Gosling.
Nice.
Jack Nicholson.
Oh my.
I don't know.
My grandparents from Bulgaria, and they passed away like 2 years ago, so I didn't make it to film them, which is sad, but lives go on.
It's Emma Stone.
Yes.
Gigi Riva.
Oh my.
Yeah, I don't really know, but yeah, Jack Nicholson sounds like a great answer. So yeah, I'll still answer.
I mean, like he's not free, so they're shooting.
Oh.
You know. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll manage it. Yeah.
No,
We'll fit it. Oh,
it's
I
a
don't know.
huge movie.
Yeah. Okay. So. It's a really tricky question. I don't want to.
What's so tricky about it?
Yeah, I don't want to, like, you know, I'll offend Jack Nicholson if he hears this. No, I don't know. Maybe, what's like a cool film I saw? Yeah, I would take Bolek Polivka. Yeah.
Here, actually, it's not a good answer. It's basically the guy who like killed the other like art house cinema here, you know. Okay.
Yeah,
we won't play in the big in the kino art.
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer because, you know, animator here.
I mean, you
So-
can do rotoscope, anything, you know.
Yeah,
like,
nah,
come on.
that's not really like my thing. You know?
Kind of like Mickey Mouse.
Wow, wow.
You got Callaway from.
Oh yeah, you know what? If it's in the like realm of like what this scenario with the pot of gold, if it allows this, then I would like hire Mickey Mouse. If that means that I would get the rights for him.
Sure.
Yeah, so I would get the rights for him and would get super rich, and then I wouldn't have to like animate for 12 hours a day to get my money, and I would just, you know, live a normal life.
What the Mickey Mouse will be doing?
I would just make merch of him because I would hold the rights for him, you know.
So he'd be just like presenting himself and he'd be like on T-shirt. Oh my
pretty
God,
much.
yes.
Or I would make some
Your
like,
personal slave.
Or I would like make some terrible parody film of him, and I would get sued by Disney or something like that, most likely.
You can do it even now, you know. You can do just like a normal movie with Mickey Mouse. I will be sued by Disney.
That's true. Don't
You
give
might
me
be even
ideas.
sued by like even speaking about it, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So, if I was a director, and maybe I will be one, maybe in this life or maybe in the next, who knows?
Okay, you're a musician. You've got
I
the
am.
person like singing for you, you know,
Yeah.
like.
But I have a really good idea
Yeah.
for a film, though, like or a revival.
Are there any producers here?
No, but a revival of an actor that is somewhat forgotten. I was thinking, I think it's time for Hugh Grant to do like a comeback with, where he can actually play in a more, in a completely different role than you know all these like romantic comedies that he has been in. I would love to see him in something completely different. So I would do a film with Hugh Grant. I think that's
I am an animator too, so what I want is a producer. I just lost my producer, so that's what I want. I can't think of anything else, but a producer
Well,
would
like
be
you're
nice.
animator, you can have Shrek. With Shrek, you will get anybody, you know.
Anybody?
Like, you know, you can have Shrek, and it can be like, you know, in this kind of like dancing, like those like Slovak stuff. You know, it's really nice actually. I would love it
Okay.
with donkeys and everything.
All right. So do we need like lots of gold for that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say a lot actually. Like Hugh Grant would be much cheaper than Shrek.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm looking for a producer. Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized that all the actors that I like are dead. Actually, they are not alive. But I mean, like, if I was able to pick anyone as an actor, I would go for like Donald Trump or like Recep Tayyip Erdogan, just to
Oh my
make
God,
fun
Donald
of
Trump. Whom Donald Trump would be playing? Would be wonderful. Like
I don't know, like
some super cheerful, nice guy. Like, oh man.
Like I didn't think of a script, but like something that I can enjoy putting him in different situations, so that like I don't know, maybe to see him like in a bunny costume or something like that and
It's
walk
getting
around.
kinky here.
It can be very interesting.
So
but
today, when you close your eyes, you will see like Donald Trump in bunny costume, like hopping to your dreams. You know.
Yeah, I think it can be fun. But then maybe Danny DeVito. I think I would like to work with him because I think he's super fun.
Yeah. So you've got a co-star.
Yeah, and you see, he looked at me and said Donald Trump and Erdogan. It's strange.
So do you want to play with Donald Trump in this movie?
As an actor, maybe I can act myself and take all of my uncle's money, maybe.
No.
That's the one idea.
It doesn't work that way.
And for co-host, maybe Javier Bardem. I want to.
Oh my. What do we doing? What would be the movie actually?
Like a movie like No Country for Old Men.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was already done. So like it'd be like No Country for Old Men 2.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe. With
No. It's like no.
Yeah.
No.
Two Country for Old Men.
Or No Country for even older man. Yeah. No.
No Country for Old Men.
No old man for a country. Yeah.
Two men for one country, maybe.
Two men,
It can
one
be,
country. Yeah,
We have
right.
money, so we can do everything.
Yeah. Return of the Old Man.
Yeah.
Country Strikes Back. Yes, I love it. Okay, so I would keep it here. I would like one because another question will be already like quite heartbreaking. So no, I'm kidding. Yes, one more question like that. You got again like your rich uncle gave you this pot of gold. You can do a remake of a movie. What would you pick? So you can star in a remake on some movie.
I think you wouldn't know it, but this Turkish writer that I like very much, Sabahattin Ali, and he's one of my favorite novels is Yusuf of Kuyucak, and they filmed it so bad, and it's such a good story. Maybe that one really, because they made it really, really like.
You got it often that you see some movie which is like it's a great stuff, but they like screw it so hard. You've got this tingling. Please, like, give me the chance. Give me I wanna save this movie. It's happening too.
Not that really, because like when you it depends on how you look at it and which elements that you can like save it in a way, how you can save it or how you can make it better. But I think if it is like there was a who did Hitchcock's
Hitchcock?
No, Hitchcock's Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. I think Wes Anderson. No, not
Gus
Wes
Van
Anderson.
Sant. Gus Van Sant. Yes.
Gus
yes.
Van Sant
Yes.
did it, and it sucked. It was very bad. I think he made he tried to do exactly the same thing.
It's actually like it's a very interesting project. Like it's not one of the there was like more remakes, basically like shot by shot. Like the question why it did even happen, you know, like you just like could put Psycho in the color, it would have the same result. Yes, it's weird.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know about maybe someone else can continue.
Okay, so hear me out here. Cats, because have
the musical.
Have you seen the movie?
Yes,
Cats?
okay. I love it because I love cats. I really love the musical.
But did you see the movie?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and did you love the movie too?
No, the thing is it's so cringe.
Yeah.
But it's still not so bad. It would be really good. And also they really fucked the musical part. Those like they really did those like music scenes. So I love it. I want to see it.
Because like I like the stage play, and like it's really weird, but it kind of works because there's like live actors, and it's like it's weird and it's really like weirdly sexual, but like that's like the whole point of the musical.
I love the sexual.
Yeah. And originally, the film was supposed to be directed by Steven Spielberg, and it was supposed to be 2D animation, and there's some concept art on the internet, and it looks really great. And in the end, they gave it to Hopper, and he
started doing Cats and ended up doing West Side Story. It's like, he kind of like missed the musical.
Yeah, obviously we don't have to like talk about like the reasons why the film is bad, but like I think that if because like we know, like thanks to like the films from Disney Renaissance and stuff like that, that like animated musicals are really like this specific genre that can work really well because there's like a similar a similar suspension of disbelief as in like a live stage play, which I feel like when it's live action like film, it's a bit different, the communication between the audience and like what they see. But I think that in the animated film, it could work much better than in the like live action with like CGI effects that are not very good. It could be much more stylized and much more like weird and quirky, and it didn't. Yeah, and without Rebel Wilson and
Do you have idea how much time he would spend on it? Though like it's very like wild scenes of like whole cats, so it's like 1 hour 40 at least. In case you wanna put all songs there, you should probably never done. It'd be like over 2 hours probably.
Yeah, it would definitely have to be like a feature, but. Or maybe it could be like a mini-series, because like...
Song by song mini-series.
Yeah, because the musical itself, like, it's pretty much just a song after song about like cats that they first sing that they are cats, then every individual cat sings about I am this cat,
It can be like those, the Czech Večerníček thing, actually. It's really nice.
Yeah. So...
it's like poetry book, after all.
Yeah. So maybe it could be like, like a series of animated music videos, but that's not relevant. I definitely wouldn't work on it myself. You know that. Yeah,
I would do it obviously. Like.
Yeah.
Okay, we are looking
yeah.
for a producer here again. You know.
Yeah, sure, but yeah. So I think that the musical has had the potential to be really good, and they fucked it up. But it could be much better if it were animated, especially. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go back to the other question. I thought of an answer, or a real answer, and I would take Daniel Day-Lewis. And if I had the pot of gold to remake a film, I would maybe take it and remake the film I just made and make it better with Daniel Day-Lewis. So yeah.
Oh my.
Or a more fun answer, that would be quite fun to do. Maybe a live action version of Shrek. I think that would be like quite good film to have on my resume.
With Donald Trump.
Yeah, or with Donald Trump. He would be quite. Yeah, he would be a good Shrek. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I think we can make it happen. Yeah.
And we can get rid of him then.
I would be interested to remake Satan Tango in 10 minutes.
This is the version actually like every film student would really appreciate. Yes, it's also probably like how it also like reflects when you're like watching movies for festivals. Definitely those also programmers like seeing Satan Tango in 10 minutes. You know, basically you can click 10 times there and you know like every scene. So okay, half an hour on the field, half an hour dancing, half an hour murdering a kitty. You can do it. Yes, the slideshow.
Serious and deep.
Be nice. It'd be
a joke. Because when I started with the early films, I had the takes as long as possible in my imagination. In the last films, I end up with as short as possible. So that would be something interesting to get such elegic drama in the density of 10 minutes.
Yeah. So it'd be like something like Jason Bourne in like Satan Tango, like quick cuts. Or they'd be just dashing all the time. I love it. So like your next short is Satan Tango. I would love it. Short, Satan Tango is a short movie.
Oh, so this is a bit cheat maybe, but
Never.
I have like a dream book adaptation I would love to make someday, and it's Pierre et Loes from Romanian. I think there were made some movies that are not so much well known, so I would like remake them and like check the adaptation go. So yeah.
No remakes for me. I think Disney has their hands full with that, and I'll leave that to them.
So I would do Star Wars 9. It deserves a remake.
9. What is which is 9 actually? I'm a middle. Is the really like last one?
Yeah.
How it would be different?
Well, I don't know. I would hire a screenwriter.
Yes, but
the better screenwriter.
Like I'm wondering, you wanna do remake of Star Wars 9 and you don't know why. So what bothered you about the first one?
Well, I think that actually the 9 one was the shit.
Okay.
Actually, the whole story and.
So it's not like I would do it, but just with puppets or something. Like it'd be just like
maybe it would be interesting.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, like like they are basically doing remakes of Star Wars and again and again and again, and like it happened to be new trilogy, so and it's never ending. It's a trap. What do? You would start new trilogy, you know? And
No. I would end the thing.
And the thing.
There would be everybody
like
would die.
The Star Wars universe would just explode and and it's the
like
end of Star Wars.
Star.
And it'll be like parallel wars then, you know?
Yeah.
And a multi Star Wars or something like this, yes. I like the idea. Personally, I would do it, and for me, like everybody in the galaxy would realize they're all related, you know, like and everybody is like this, like just a huge Skywalker family, like everybody is, you know, that should be perfect. And the last scene, they'll be all there, like dancing together, you know, like this Bollywood style. I would love it. Yes, this I would do, and yeah, and also more cute animals, please, I love them. Dio, I love Dio. Yes, it'd be perfect. Star Wars the musical, including like just a whole like solo singing like R2D2, you know, like R2D2 DO, like, you know, kind of like this duet. It'd be so nice. Yes, yeah. We need more producers here. Like, why we are not inviting them? Okay, like now more like business-wise. For you, like, this time I'm not offering gold, I'm like working with the money you already got. It's very like a question I tend to ask every director who is here. Because you are here in a competition because you did a short movie. And the thing is, I already know it's very different from you, like from author to author, but we kind of get a thing that short movie is usually something like a phase, you know, like it passed because a lot of directors eventually try to go to features or like to work for television and so on and so on. Also, short movies are often connected with your time when actually you are studying the movie. A lot of shorts are actually students' projects. And so it's like, thing is that as a like short movie festival, you are often hitting the moment when you got some author, he did one short, he does another short, he's kind of like rising, and then he say, hey, I'm not doing shorts anymore, and he goes with his feature, and he kind of like, he leaves us, you know, and we are like, and I always, we feel like more like this great student teacher, you know, they're also already so old, you know, bye, tears, and a new batch again. So, do you think, or are you already preparing, or are you in that way, like the leave short movie scene? Are you already preparing your features, or do you have like reasons to stuck with shorts? Not stuck with shorts. I didn't mean like in bad, but like, you know, like working on shorts. Again, it's like, do you understand my question actually? Yes. I think like it will get. I think you do. You can like start again.
I think that in independent films, as a short films and things like that, there is lots of that. For me as a cinematographer, I think that there is lots of creativity. I think. I know that there is think about the budget and stuff like that, but I think that you can do more on that short film because there is no like the producer.
Sure, but actually, is it as you like seeing your career, like, you know, being producing like shorts, like for the rest of your life?
I don't want to be a producer.
No, like I mean, like creating them, or like, you know, like, yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I think that for when you go to the path of filmmaking, you need to start somewhere. And I think that the short films are good for this. But yeah, I think that when you do the feature, there is lots of work, and well, I think that you are acclaimed as I don't know, maybe the big director of that feature. So you got lots of work. So there is no time. There's no free time for a short film. I think, yeah, that he can maybe find it, but yeah, it's like project, and there's another project, and there's another project, and there's another project. If you are good, if you are not good, you go to backwards.
So the answer is?
Well, I don't know. We will see.
Yes.
Well, me personally, I don't really distinguish or think of like short films as separate from like feature films.
It's usually separate. As a cinema operator, I can tell you it's like a huge difference because with features,
Definitely,
get
but from
regular-
my point of view, I mean,
regular
as a-
like distribution, and your movies actually are getting live and they're like projected. While, for example, you are in a short movie business, you are stuck basically with movie festivals.
Definitely. What I meant by that more specifically was that I try to think of the theme or when I'm developing a film, I concentrate on the theme or the story, and I try to, or I would like to figure out how long the film should be based on that, more than like thinking of it as binary. If you understand what I'm saying.
Sure.
Me personally.
So I won't lie. I want to make like a feature films. That's the dream, right? Like everyone wants to make a feature, your first feature. I would love to get to that point one day. I don't think like shorts and features are like shorts are less and features are more. I think it's like really different world from so many aspects, like from the narrating and everything so on. I think like for me the biggest benefit of a feature is the distribution process. Like your film is in cinema, you don't have to like always fill up those applications for festivals and so on. So yeah, I think that's the best thing about features for me. Like and then there's the budget and you can tell a larger story and so on. So yeah, I want to make a features, but I'm okay with shorts for now. Like, I don't want to stick just with that, but I wouldn't mind make some more later maybe. Like, I can imagine myself doing both.
Yeah, I mean, it's all beautiful, you know, and like shorts are the starting point in my opinion. So, like, it's a dream to make a feature film, of course, and I want to do that in future, definitely. And it's the most magical feeling that you can have when you go to the cinema for a feature that was amazing and fantastic for you. So one day I want to have this feeling like from my own movie in the theater.
I'm 67 and still making shorts, so it's too late for the feature.
It's never late actually. Like if you be the author, you'll be still waiting for your like big novel.
No, I'm not interested. Otherwise, I probably would have made it. So I do my shorts as a sort of extended sculpture. So I do my shorts in the discussion what happens with film in visual art context. Yeah. There is not only the cinema, there's also the exhibition framing, but I do it for sure with a very cinematic approach.
Yes, actually, your movies are like it's the thing is like when you're like more aiming to be like experimental filmmaker, the shorts kind of got a bigger longevity there because it's like life also outside cinemas, outside movie festivals. It's also like actually when you like mentioning like famous people connected with short movies, they either died in the 1910s. Or they are like experimental filmmakers. It's true. Yes, the experimental film is very much like feels like the genre of the short movie, kind of.
Yeah, I have some ideas for feature-length films, but I think it's quite far way ahead of me. So yeah. I know that the short films are the near future for me, but yeah, in the longer run, I would like to make a feature film. But you know, it's hard to make a short film, and to make a feature film is 10 times harder. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, because experimental animation, what I make is still considered experimental animation because it's not like the CGI kid-friendly Disney style. So yeah, I guess, or independent animation, I would call it. like a short film is like the form
It's
that
definitely like this like friendly style. I mean, like
yeah, but it's not like
it's actually I couldn't watch your movie. I'm a dog owner, and like I mean, like
yeah,
I
but
haven't seen your movie because I don't have stamina for it. I be honest.
But like when you say like
kill those kids.
animation, like most people that are not like
Sure, I
you know
understand.
in the industry, they imagine the Disney films and like the CGI 3D vibe, which I'm not saying that those films like are necessarily bad, but like it's most people don't really know that there's much more than that to animation. So independent animation, and I think that it works best in the short form because, like for one, you really like, if you make a bad short film, that's bad, but it's not as much of a tragedy as when you make a bad feature film because you don't really have to like spend as much time and as much money making a short film than you do a feature. And also, it often happens when when somebody who is used to making short animated films tries to make a feature, it of course takes much more money, and they usually have to like change the style a bit so that it's cheaper and faster to draw. And in the end, it shows in the final product. So yeah, so no, and that would also have to it also means that you have to have a much bigger team and more animators, and I'm not really a people person like that. I like to work alone, and so no feature films for me really.
Again, I'm not a director, but I can express an idea. And I mean, as a spectator, when I see a short film, I think one of the things, for me personally, like one of the things that makes me appreciate a short film is the feeling that I'm left with the feeling that I want to see more. Like, and when I get that feeling, then I don't know. I feel the connection with the director. That it seems to me like the director hopes to sometime in the future make a feature film. I get that feeling because when the short film is created in that way, that it's usually it's like especially when it's like a piece of you can feel that it's a piece of a bigger story. Like this could be developed into a feature film.
That happens sometimes,
yeah,
even
right.
like with for example, Boiling Point, like recently it was in cinemas. It was actually like one of the movies which started as short as it's like. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So when I get that impression from a short film, that's when I personally can appreciate a short film the most. So I think it seems to me like most directors they want to make feature films. But again, this may be very subjective. So.
No. I started my creative career as an artist who use animation as a medium to express myself. So I have never made even like short film with conventional storytelling. I mean storyline. So it has been experimental and arty, and the one that we made this time also, I think it's pretty experimental. And I was going to make a short film, but then it had been going good, and we did the animation test, but then I lost the producer, we split up. So okay, well, I will find a way to make it happen. But then I got, the same time, I got an invitation from a Japanese documentary director who has been pretty established. She's a documentary, not animated documentary, but she wanted to make it an animation. So she wanted to make animated documentary feature film, and so she invited me. So now I have been working on that without being having done any short films. So I mean, for me, as far as there is a room for me to express and be creative, then I don't mind about if it's feature or 1 minute film or seconds of film or whatever. Yeah, that's me.
As an editor, I edited feature films, short films, mid-length films, and I think it's I think it's a bit not good to think like there is a difference between a short film and a feature film.
Still, there's a huge difference, like in the distribution of the movie.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah. There
completely
is a lot
different
of
universe.
there is a lot of financing and distribution and the other stuff. But as a filmmaker, I think the idea itself decides that a film should be a short film or feature film. If you make a short film, if you make a feature film out of a short film, sometimes the story can drag. And it can be very boring. Then you have to add other elements that cannot work, and then it cannot be. It cannot work every time. It is more about the idea, the story, or the feeling that you want to express. And I think like. As we are editing a film, I think we don't decide on the length of the film. The film itself decides on its rhythm, decides on its length and everything. We just tools for the film, not the film. I think
So
it's
they're
not
saying-
the
so
other
it's like
way around.
Every time Peter Jackson is shooting movie, the movie is saying, "Hey, I have to be at least 6 hours long." You know.
It does say it. Yeah. Yeah, maybe he wants
Please
to drag it.
recut me, add more things. Please don't cut anything. You know, use even bloopers. You know, like just please. I wanna be endless.
Yeah, he's not in the best spirit of his career, I think. But I like his the zombie film.
Yes.
It's like 70, 80 minutes.
Yes,
film, yeah.
bad
And
taste.
it was, it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
very nice,
Yeah,
for example.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think
It feels like every other movie is worse than the previous one.
But if you're working in a Hollywood studio that they have the star system, and then the producer has the right to decide on the last cut, on the final cut. Whereas in Europe, the director has the right, usually, if it's not a huge production, on the final cut. So Peter Jackson is also like, of course, he can say some words on the editing room, but I don't think he can change some stuff already. And the films are keep getting longer and longer, and like feature films are becoming like 2 hours, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, this kind of thing.
This Sunday we are playing new Scorsese. It's basically 4 hours already.
Yeah.
And it's getting really troublesome because we just asking for like more money for ticket, because like basically it's already like 2 movies. Not you've seen 2 movies for price of 1, but
Yeah.
like actually we are burning like people capacities and energies, everything like for 2 movies, and we don't know if actually like we can fit 2 movies in still in evening. When you decide my movie will be 4 hour long. So yes, it's getting really crazy, and it's really getting unhealthy. Yes, I hate it that every movie have to have at least like 160 minutes lately.
Yeah, and cinema started as shorts, and then it was very long films, and then were like even like 6 hour, 8 hour films in this sort of cinema, and people sat down and sit. And I don't think that there is. I am not against of any length or whatever, but I think. I hope that with digital platforms, more famous directors will be making short films, and then maybe people appreciate short films more, like in the old times.
Like for example, Wes Anderson, which is
Wes Anderson, also Chan-Fu Park did some stuff like that. So it is pretty possible.
This is, I think, it's like it was also one of our questions, or we are discussing even like with my peers, if like this move that he got this like 4 short movies that are Netflix, is it like like he just stealing the attention because he's the big name, you've got it on Netflix, everybody see it, and suddenly like none other like short movie will be talked about. Meanwhile, like
there were some for example the Buster Keaton movie and also like I have this animation stuff in like Love, Death and Robots, and it were like based on shorts, like but they didn't separate them. So, but they were short films. They just picked up as like, but the stories are not connected.
I mean,
and different authors.
When some like big names that like decide to do short movies, and like isn't it kind of like feel like cheating, you know? You know, like it's just this. For example, when actually it will be next Oscar nominations, everything is like, you know, like just the guy who got like already like too much attention is like isn't like just like still stealing. Don't you feel like?
But I think we are living in a world of trends. It's not like in 60s or I don't know why did I start like this, but it was like before as I can look in the history of cinema. I like, for example, in Czech cinema as well, you had the film Kramator or Daisies or like a Japanese film we have been talking about, and like there are like really different, crazy people were looking for different things, and I think today's world we are looking for similar things, and that bothers me. I don't enjoy that a lot because I watch a film and then I watch another film, then it is similar. I don't like it, so. Yeah, so maybe like sometimes I like if I watch a action film or a live action film, then I watch another one like a documentary, for example, like, and then it eases my mind better, maybe. So yeah.
As an actor, yeah, it's same.
It's even probably even more burning for you as an actor, you know, like because also like when you're like the star of short movies and you're a star in feature, like there's like the possibility how even like to get to the big like silver screen, it's like it's very different.
Yeah, but for example, working in a short movie is more easier for us because it's a small crew. There we have time and we can directly talk to director, rehearse lots of times. In TV series or the other stuff, we don't have many time. So for me, it's good. But the perception for people for the short movies, it's like, okay, your short movie is good, but when is your feature movie? It's like, just you said, it's like step, and you have to pass that way. But maybe the directors, famous directors, when people show their short movies, maybe it can change the perception. I think maybe it can be a good thing that Netflix and other stuff broadcasting that short movies.
Is there any question for the audience actually? Nope. No question. No. I got another like easier for you. Actually, I used it last time. I have to like kind of like probably, or I may I can like leave it because some of the preferences are really obvious. So if your next movie has to be either a musical or a horror, what would you pick?
I would pick horror.
Horror.
Me too.
You can you say?
I don't like also musical. Me too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be nice as musical. It'd be nice.
Yeah, horror musical maybe. Yeah, with that cast.
Like it's hard for me to like musicals actually. There are two I like Sound of Music a lot, but it is so well done. I think it's perfect. And Dance in the Dark of Lars von Trier, I think, but it's but just that too. I mean,
it's kind of horror musical already. Like
yeah, it's very dramatic and it's not horror, but it is kind of
thriller
harsh
musical,
thriller drama or whatever.
Yeah, horror musical sounds good. Maybe with the film.
Let's be dancing birds.
Well, if I would have to choose, I enjoy music direction a lot. So yeah, a musical I would totally.
It's interesting. That's
yeah.
No. It's a horror musical.
The question was either or, right? So if we
we
all start combining it, then it's just yeah.
Actually, I was thinking like yes, for like a sound, like a person like working on sound and music, like both of the genres actually quite like interesting because like even like good horror movies are often famous actually for a score.
Oh yeah, of
Exorcist,
course.
Suspiria, you
Yeah,
know, this is
yeah.
like the most famous scores are often actually from horror
Yeah,
movies.
yeah. I mean, it's always with the music direction. When you're not actually composing the music yourself, but you are figuring out what emotion we want to convey in a certain moment, and how do we, what kind of anticipation do we need, and the length of things, this mood for this part, and then we have to escalate it somehow. We need a crescendo, and then something else. It's like building a story, but with music. Basically, so yeah, I mean, it's the same, isn't it? Like making a horror film or a musical, it would still be the same approach. Like,
you have to choose now.
So I have to choose. But it also depends on the musical, right? Like it's like horror is a genre, but musical is more like there can be many different genres of musicals. So I mean, it's really, yeah, a bit hard to choose. Yeah, in the sense of like a traditional musical.
Yes, it's something like that. You know, like
everybody breaks into.
yes, she met him, and then everybody's dancing, and then he kind of like do something stupid, and he's sad, and he's walking the street, you know, very depressed, you know, and then you know, like some, you know, yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I would like to make some. I would love to like direct music for something classic like that. I think it would be fun.
I hope that Pierce Brosnan would be there. I love him. I love his singing.
Maybe,
I love him singing.
Maybe Hugh Grant. Yeah.
Oh, he's also him singing. It's also huge.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Oh my God. It's like not Russell Crowe. No.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it killed me. Like Russell Crowe singing, it was a killer. But Pierce Brosnan, Hugh Jackman singing, they're wonderful. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
It could be like two of them, like, you know, like how they met, and it was like this, like, oh my, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it. Are there any producers?
If I were to make a live-action film, it would be like, because you know what's better than a good horror movie? A bad one. Because I really love terrible horror movies, because it's just, and there's many of them. I think there's more bad horror movies than good ones. I think that like 95% of horror movies are really bad.
You can say the same about short movies as well, actually. So like.
Well, well, yeah, but I really like watching bad horror movies, and I think that yeah, because you know you're not really scared, but the terror comes from the fact that you know somebody spent money on that, and no, I'm being mean. I'm being mean, but yeah, a horror musical.
The
would be
budget.
the horror musical is like that would be really fun, because obviously when you, but I imagine it as like really like what you imagine when someone says like you know, a live stage play musical. So like the monsters would be really like dancing and
It's actually
and singing.
It's the Italian Fright Night. No, the guy with the owl mask, and there's actually a lot of also music scene in this.
But it would have like the vibe of a very bad low budget horror movie, which I'm not sure if like you know the movie Poltergeist, Night of the Chicken Dead, which is exactly that. One of my favorite films. It's really gross. It's really bad. It's like it's a musical about a fast food restaurant that like is haunted by the ghost of a dead chicken, and it's really like politically incorrect and just overall horrible. And I love it. So I would like to make something like that if it were live action. Yeah.
You can really do like I see some like really like bad horrors done on purpose on really well. Killer Sushi, for example, it's another one. It's like puppet animations, wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, musical sounds fun. So musical.
And you can even like leave those priests and everything be nice, you know. Like your team, you know, like there's like two priests fighting in a church, like singing, you know.
Maybe a musical of that film would be interesting. Yeah.
Hugh Jackman, Pierce Brosnan, I see it already.
Yeah.
Maybe Jack Nicholson, you know. After all,
that could be interesting.
You'll be playing
yeah.
God. You'll be like, okay,
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Be judging the performances.
I would definitely pick to make a musical because I feel that musical is way more challenging than making a horror movie. Like to make a good musical, like it's pretty hard. Like, okay, you can make a parody, you can make a comedy musical, that's okay. But to make a serious musical that really means something and gives like serious or like some existential or like something that you can think of after seeing that movie of like that's pretty hard to do. And I think that would be the fun to try if I am able to do this, because I feel I wouldn't be, but still like it's more challenging. So probably musical.
Yeah, it's true. So we got like once a year, you know, like it was like Annette, La La Land, like how many real like serious musicals done as like, yes, we know we are doing musicals. Yes, it's super rare and rare. Like for a genre which was like winning every other Oscars in the 60s, like yes, they kind of disappeared.
Exactly.
I was so scared that he's gonna say horror. So it's musical for me too, and I have like I know that from the point where I'm now, I wouldn't be able to make it as good as it could be, I think. But yeah, like our favorite film is La La Land. We maybe saw it like 12 times, so it's musical.
I would say horror.
Well, I really like La La Land and Singing in the Rain, so I think it's, you know.
I would actually, if I would like bet here, I would definitely like horrors will win. But actually, I'm glad actually it's musical. It's kind of like giving hope and like it's nice, it's romantic. I like it. There are also short movie musicals. There is none this year, I do believe. There are some songs. I'm sucker for it. So next time you wanna be selected, please put songs that yes, I'm looking at you. Yes, you did your job well. I love a lot of songs, but yes, your rest of the guys, where are the songs? Yes, but so we got time for last question. As I already hinted, is there possible there will be your short movie next year in the competition? I mean, not only like it would be good, but also would be done. Is it possible like your short movie will be like on the 65th of Brno 16, so it must be done basically by the end of June, but July is fine, but June, but like if you would send it July, hey, we met, you know, of course, like yes, and it. So, what do you think?
Well, unfortunately not, but I hope that one day will be. Because I don't plan and I should, so there is no one.
Probably not the next time, but maybe the time after that seems realistic. Hopefully.
I hope so, because I actually wanted to send my latest film here, but we didn't like get it done for the deadline. So yeah, we are planning to send that here. So maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah, it would be great, but I'm not sure if we'll make the film we have planned in the deadline. But yeah, it would be amazing because this festival was really fun, and there were loads of very interesting films, and yeah, so yeah, great job.
No, because I'm planning on finishing my next movie in August, September next year. So just after the deadline, but maybe hopefully the year after that.
If the length doesn't matter, then there is one thing that we would like to send in.
Also, if you find a producer.
Oh no, I like my personal work,
Yeah.
like art. Animation.
Also, Pete, I've got something to say here.
Yeah, so I'll try.
Yeah, I think like as an editor, I can like I may convince some directors to send their movies. And now that you asked, I am also thinking about one film that you may like. But as a director, I also shoot short films, but I don't plan to do a new one. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, but yeah, you can count on me for application of couple of films, I think.
Yeah, I also hope so as an actor, but I'm waiting. It's just
I'm also
if,
like, yeah.
if some offer come to me and we shoot a short movie, we can.
I'm also checking the pool for like possible jurors for next year, because it's always like, you know, like, please, like, can you like, do you have a new movie? No. Yes. Can you like, would you like to invite, join us in the jury? You know, when somebody's like, I've got a new movie. Oh crap, you know. So yes, I think we got wonderful time. I hope you didn't suffer too much through my questions. And now you're definitely eager to get some dinner, and we will meet each other here again in 2 hours, 8 p.m. on the closing ceremony of the 64 Brno 16, which will be next door in the big screening room, and it will be streamed again, and there'll be much less of me, so it shouldn't be such a cringe for this time. So I'm very much want to thank you for attending here. I hope the audience also got some enjoyment from it, and like, I don't know, see you in 2 years.